Okay. Okay, so... What the hell is this? We've got wireframe, just Gradius. Holy shit, I even have options. No, those just come. I'm just auto-firing. Oh, wow. This Gradius is bullshit. Now, this is almost... I mean, to be fair, the diamonds were never, ever the problem. The diamonds were never the problem. Let's be 100% honest. The diamonds were never the... Oh, I thought I would be invincible since this section fucking... Of course this game couldn't just end on a victory lap. It had to kick me in the balls when I arrived. Just to make sure that I know that I'm not respected, my time is not appreciated, and I need to go and kill myself. Guess motherfucking what, bucko? I'm already planning to! I don't need you to tell me. Why can't I get shields? Normally you get shields from combos. Where is my shield? Am I not ending my combos? Man, this control's so weird, because you have way less momentum and drag. It just makes it really weird. Seriously though, why do I have missiles on top of everything else? Why are there no shields? Why is everything wireframe? Do I regret taking the top path? Hell no, that looks like a problem down there. Are these the actual wireframes the game uses, or are they just like custom-made sprites and assets? Are they discrete, as they call it? Oh man, we haven't seen lava fish in forever. No, no, you can't do this to me! Ah, what? If this is all over, oh my god. Holy fucking, what is wrong with you people? Okay, let me get this out of the way. This is not a victory lap. This is not a fun level at the end, like, oh, how much fun we have. Because then I would get shields. I would get shields if this was a victory lap. This is not a good final challenge of my skills. Because this is not what the game has been about. It does not function like the rest of the game. What is this? Are you... Listen, the best thing I can imagine is they were super fucking proud of the alternative game mode they made for Terra Kingpin. But they couldn't fit it in anywhere, so they were like, let's just make a thing. Why isn't this just the credits game? You know what this is? This is a fucking credits game. And you know how that will work? You want to know how? Okay, so we're rolling the credits, right? The credits are rolling over the screen. You can't die. You don't go back. When you get hit, you take a big penalty point. Bam, penalty point. Every time you die, you get a penalty point. But you keep going. You keep going. And it's about getting as much score as possible and less penalty points. It's that fun score attack, you know? That victory lap at the end of the credits where you get to feel good. This just feels like the developers spent way too much time on developing Denmaku, straightforward travel technology, and they just insisted on making a level that is too long for its own good. Also, the lava does not look like it's following the usual gravity rules at all. It does seem that my lava recovery is faster than usual, but I'm not sure. Also, because I don't have a health bar, I have no idea what the hell my condition is. Like, the health bar is not one you need to reference often, but it helps to have it. Why would you do this? Why are there no checkpoints? The main game is littered with checkpoints in the form of scenes, yet this, no, you gotta do it in one, and it's pretty long, and it's not that fun, and you probably just did a very long and frustrating boss fight, but no, I need your fullest attention for a shitty little, like, I know, most people are probably gonna complete this game, and they won't have all the treasures, Mr. Crook. Yes, they probably don't, but some people do, and those people are not in the mood for this game's shenanigans because they're very familiar with them. The people who 100% your game are most familiar with the flaws of it. You don't want to show them your worst side at the end. Listen, if someone 100%s your game, you give them something that fits the role. They are a person who spent all that time doing every single thing that's available in your game in terms of content. They are familiar with your content. They are familiar with the ups, the downs, the everything in betweens. They probably know the strengths and the weak points of your system. Way better than you do, perhaps. What you want to do is you want to give them something, a challenge worthy of their particular skill level. Or, that was a risky move, I don't know why I did it. But, you either give them a challenge that they want to... Like, there's so much better you can do than this. This feels like it's close, but no cigar. Also, there's a long amount of reload time. Like, come on, man. Just, why isn't this just a constant respawn? You made a custom game mode, fucking use it. Give it some fluff, give it some padding, do something with it. God dang, why do I, like seriously, why do I have rockets? I know that I have rockets throughout the game, but they required a charge-up time. There was a whole thing associated with heat build-up, and you got to hold the button for a moment, and it was more effective against certain enemies towards the end of the game. There was a point to them. There was a reason they were there. But now it just feels like they had no idea what they were doing. It was like, yes, this is fun, but it's not fun. This is not something I'm waiting for. Listen, if... The content doesn't have to be here because it doesn't add to the overall rest of the game. It feels disconnected, disjointed, and as a result just comes across as a bit pedantic. Frustrating or arrogant. Nothing good, at least. Or I forget. Remember that you can reflect projectiles? That never came up. There's not a single enemy that actually requires that particular technique. Which is weird, because you could very easily make a couple of enemies that just work with it. I've never gotten that to chain backwards. I don't know why. It's so aggressively not into it. Ah, man. Oh, man, it's an S-bend in a Denmaku. Of course there's an S-bend in a Denmaku. That's how you get people... Like, seriously, I don't know what's going on in terms of the engine, right? Like, what is it doing? What is my hit? Listen, this is the bigger problem. The whole game, you are taught not to get near lava because it overheats you slowly but surely. That's why you don't want to use your rockets near lava. Something that they never actually combined with the rocket-based enemies. I don't know why they never did that. That seems like an obvious gimme. They never did that. I have no hit point bar. I have no HP bar. I have no overheating bar. I don't know what my status is. Am I overheating from using rockets? I don't know. How bad are the damages that I'm taking? I don't know. I don't know. I don't necessarily have to be familiar with it. It's just... Why explain anything to anyone when you can just make a thing, put it out there, and go, like, why is this in the Ultimate Edition? Better question. Why is this in the Ultimate Edition? Because the original didn't have 100% treasure or anything. If you got all the treasure in the first game, you got nothing. The game didn't give you anything. That feels so weird in context. Because it's usually the other way around, right? It's the new content that doesn't get the special bonus thing. It's just very confusing. It's just very confusing, and I'm very confused, and I would like for this to end. I would like to go home, 100% this game to some extent. Probably not without secrets. I don't care. You've lost my... everything. My respect, primarily. This is one of those games where if I had stopped like 10 minutes in, I'd been like, oh man, this is a great game, I love it. And then I kept playing, it's like, oh god, this game. And then I was like, oh man, that was pretty cool, I really liked that. That was really fun, I really enjoyed that. Thank you, video game. And then I went further and I'm like, oh man, I really hate that. That was terrible. I wish that never happens again. And that opinion is not a good one. People should not continuously flip-flop back and forth between, oh man, that's cool, and oh man, God, do you even know what game design is, man? Do you even have an expected difficulty curve for your game, or are you just kind of winging it? La 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 la. You can't tell where they are, by the way. They're very obviously indicated. It's just that I'm a giant idiot and was born on the moon. I'm a moon idiot. Uh-oh, that can't be good. Also, the fact that it's moving at a monotonous speed is kind of annoying. Oh, I think it's picking up a modicum of speed. There we go. Now we're schmoovin'. Whee! I hate it! Pixel Junk Shooter, you started out fantastic. Your entire first episode, the original, is fantastic, but let me put it like this. No. Buy the original and stick to it. The Ultimate has worse graphics, has some really annoying mechanics, and seemingly doesn't understand what the core gameplay is even about. So just buy the original and you have a great time. Listen, I'm literally recommending the original game over the new one. Because it just looks better, it feels better, it plays better. It feels like a single, cohesive package. Like someone made the original and it was, mwah, they just made a game they want to make. And the Ultimate feels like, let's make some more games. They had some good ideas, they had some good gimmicks. I kind of liked some of them. There were some good levels in there, some good ideas. But the gem, everything just kind of, I don't like it. You don't deserve credits, by the way. You don't deserve credits. Credits are for people who make a good game and understand what the game is about. And don't make a remake 10 years later that sucks. Or like a year later. Ultimate, I think, was supposed to be episode 2. I don't know. I don't know what the hell hecking plan was, but it sure is a weird one. They sold you the game twice, I think. I'm gonna go to bed. It's in the afternoon. I want to go to bed. That's a really weird way to access this. Consider every other stage in this game requires you to... Who needs cohesion when you can just make whatever the fuck you want? It worked out for Undertale, didn't it? Undertale comes out a year after this. It had a better idea how to mix things up. Say what you want about Genocide Mode, but it made sense where it was. And it was appropriate for the people who played it! As was Let me... Here's a bag of garbage. Just hook.